Greetings, YouTube. How's everybody doing out there today? It is beautiful Monday, about 5 till 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and it is the 29th of December 2025, the last Monday for 2025, guys. Can you believe another year has zoomed on by, and here we are waiting for another new year, and I'm just going to try to enjoy the rest of 2025. But I've been a busy little beaver today, guys. I've been working on the face of my gas pump here. Remember, all this here was ate out and it was gone, and I put some patch panels in here, got this all done. It's just sitting in primer. I got to wet sand it, and I'm only going to paint so much. I'm going to try to stay down here at the bottom as much as I can. I don't want to paint nothing else. Same way over here. This side wasn't as bad. It was ate up right there, but I still had a pattern. So it was like ate through here. You can watch some of my previous videos. Same thing. I just want to paint down here at the bottom, guys. And that's it. I don't want to go any further and I'm going to clear the whole thing. I'm getting ready to I'm going to try to polish some of this out. Like this right here, I'm going to just try to polish out what I can on this rust. And once I clear it, it should hold up for a while. So I'm going to, instead of using rattle can clear, I'm going to probably go to the automotive store and get me some automotive clear. Because it's going to do a little bit different than the regular clear that you get from the spray can store, Home Depot or whatever. But you got to get automotive clear. See, I use all this stuff, guys, because it's for me. If this was a customer, yeah, I'd probably be getting all automotive paint. And this porcelain paint is hard to find. I'm gonna see if I can't find some. If not, I'm just gonna roll with the old school Krylon. I gotta go to the store tomorrow. I'm not gonna paint this today anyway. I'm just letting the primer dry so I can wet sand it with about 600, and then I'm gonna polish the whole thing and wax the grease, remove everything, so I can clear the whole thing when I go to clear it. So I got these here finished. These are my panels. I polished them out today. Got them all polished up. They don't look too bad for rattle can paint. If automotive paint, guys, if you got a good paint gun, it lays the paint flat. And then you get a lot less orange peel with automotive paint than what you do with rattle can paint. You get a lot of orange peel with rattle can paint. So, but if you're like me, this is my project. I'm making it for me to be decent looking, and that's pretty much it, guys. I don't really automotive paint too, man. It's a lot worse than rattle can paint, because automotive paint, man, it just blows everywhere. And you know, if I was trying to do a pristine job, I would have used all automotive stuff, and then I would have tried to find this porcelain paint. Somebody still makes it out there. Porcelain paint, guys. This stuff holds up a lot better than regular paint. A lot better. And I don't know what they used on this. I don't know if that's porcelain paint too. It feels like it might be. This is all painted on, guys. So I don't want this thing to look 100% perfect anyway. I want to kind of get it, make it look like it's been aged sitting outside. But that's what I've been doing, guys. This right here is the last piece I got to do. I ordered my decals. Let me show you. I went and got this glass cut. It's a little dusty, but I painted the back of it red, and that's what, well, I still got the plastic on here. Let me set this over here. I don't want to scratch it up. This one right here. I painted the back of it red, guys, and trying to find me a place where let me put it over here. Let me sit you right down here. Let me get some glass cleaner. I used to build model cars, guys, we used to tint the windows. We paint the windows black. You can paint them any color, black, flat black, gloss black, whatever, and it made the windows in the car look like it was tinted. And see how that looks? That looks so good. That looks so good. It looks like the plexiglass came out red. And this right here, I ordered my gasoline stickers. They won't be here for a few days. And this goes in here like that. And then I'm gonna have gasoline stickers going across the front of here. I ordered some from eBay. We'll see how they look. And if I don't like them, I won't put them on there. I'll just keep looking around, see what I can find. It's hard to find gas pump stickers, guys, because today, gas pump stickers, you know, gas pumps ain't like this anymore. You got the combination one now. It's got diesel and all 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. They got, you know, 86 octane, I think I've seen, 87 octane, 89 octane. I've seen 91 octane. 95 octane, and then race fuel I think is 105 octane. So, and then I got these here. I polished these here up. I got me some Shell decals for these right here coming. So, but man, we had a windstorm last night, guys. That's why if you look in here, let me get my light. Let me get my light. If you look in here, I had to weld this in here and put feet on the bottom of it, and they're adjustable feet. I took and drilled the holes and tapped it. I got a tap and die set, so I can adjust these feet now when I go to put this out there. And then these holes right here are for my anchors. Put this up there. These holes right here for my anchors, so I can screw it to the concrete. Because we had a windstorm last night, guys. It's probably about 60 mile an hour. And, you know, a couple years ago, we got a windstorm. It was 80 mile an hour. We get some wind around here. Chicago, they say, is a windy city. Yeah, parts of Kentucky is a windy city. I mean, we get a windstorm out here. That's why a tornado is isolated. If you get a tornado in your town, it's isolated where it goes. But if you get a severe thunderstorm, you can get winds whip up to 100 miles an hour and just destroy the whole neighborhood. So that's why neither one of them's good. But if a tornado came to town, as long as it don't hit nobody's area, I mean, it stays in the field, it's all right. But when you get straight line winds, guys, it's like blowing salt off the table. It can do some damage, and I've been pretty fortunate. The Lord spared me of some serious damage. So. But and not only that, when I build stuff, I use hurricane straps, guys. When I built this, well, I didn't build this building, but when I adjusted some things and I built my awning out here, my awning out here, I'll give you a look at it. Oh yeah, and it's 20 degrees today with a wind chill like minus. Yesterday it was 70 degrees. My birds are out there. All my birds are over there. They line up against the fence. I don't know why they're out here, but it's like 20 degrees. But when I built this thing right here, guys, that right there, they're anchored into the ground. And I got hurricane straps going all the way across there. So I'll be good for hopefully at least 150, 200 mile an hour wind. Hopefully we never see that, but these days you never know. Well, guys, oh, and I got to use my eraser wheel for the first time today. I got 2 of them. This one right here seemed like it broke down faster. This one right here seemed to work a lot better because I had some decals on here. You can see the outline of the decal where it was on there. I had some over there, and then I had another decal. It worked pretty good, guys. I got them off. I'm leaving this decal on there because I accidentally hit it with some lacquer thinner, and I got some of the daggone number off of it. I thought about just getting rid of it, but the last time it was inspected was 1990 96. That was the last time that was inspected, and it looks like it was February of 96. So that was the last time this pump was inspected. Of course, you don't see too many. The little gas station down the street, they still have these style gas pumps, but you don't see these things that much anymore. So everything now is digital. Well, guys, I hope you liked this video. Share this video. Comment down below. Give me a thumbs up. Maybe it'll help my little algorithm or whatever. I just wanted to show you the progress. That's all I got left to do, guys, and then I can put this thing back together. And by the way, let me show you. I am using, I'll show you the anchors that I'm using. I think I threw them in the box over here to screw it to the concrete. Oh, yeah. These right here are concrete screws, guys. They're all different thicknesses. These here are solid steel, guys. So what you do is you find out you got to do this with a concrete. My light's dying. You got to do this thing with a concrete bit, or a concrete drill bit, and then I'm gonna got some washers, some stainless steel washers, and then you just drill it right where you want it, and it goes right into the concrete. And hopefully that'll hold this thing together. Because if not, I come home one day and the thing will be laying up on its side. Especially the windstorm we had last night. If I just had that sitting out there, I'd probably be picking it up off the ground, and then it probably broke all the top of it up, and so as I thought about putting a globe on top of it. That's my top right here. Thought about putting a globe on top of it, but then again, the wind we have, guys, I'm afraid eventually it'll start rocking and just break it off. So I don't think I'm gonna put a globe on top of it. But I do have electricity for this ran out there, because you could put lights in underneath here. And I thought about putting lights underneath there, but I want to do it on a remote control system, and I ain't got into looking into all that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it finished, put it all together, stick it out there, and down the road I'll look into the lighting system for it. So, well, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to show you the progress that I made on these, where this here was all laid out. And you can see on the back here where I patched it. I just glued that piece of steel in there, bent it. You can see this is all chewed up, but I'm not worried about that part because you ain't gonna see that part. But I put some panel bond in there and formed me a piece up to go with the contour, and away we go. I hit it with this first, some Bondo glass. And then I hit it with this right here, regular Bondo. I'm going to get me some lightweight body filler, guys, for a little smaller stuff. Because that other Bondo is a little bit heavier. I'm going to get some lightweight body filler, or some, I think it's called Dolphin filler or something like that. It's another style lightweight body filler. And, that's for doing light work, guys. I had to do a little heavy work and build this up just a little bit, not by much. So, well, guys, until the next time, bye-bye.